Giggs. No. Rhodri.
Is there anything that Lionel Messi is better than you at?
It's opinions. I respect your opinions. Maybe in your opinion Messi is better than me, but in my mind I'm better than him.
I do it again.
Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. Do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Like scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just hit the money and go stack up. Only buy car cards and get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up,
Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Ace Podcast Nation and Cardiff City World, but at the moment, not Twitter, because it's not working. But we'll leave that in a minute, and I'll keep trying to set that up. I don't know what's going on with that. StreamYard issues. But we are here for Rhodri Giggs on football, Euros roundup for week 1. It's been an interesting one. We're going to talk England-Denmark, which has just finished. We're going to talk Germany, Scotland, and give some more predictions for the next round of games, among other things. But as usual, what you can expect is a bit of fun, light-hearted conversation, brutally honest opinions, bit of analysis here and there. But as always, delighted to be joined by former Salford City, FC United, Aberystwyth Town, Bangor City, and Mosley, among other clubs. Mr. Rhodri Giggs, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, good, mate. It's happening. Just got 2 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Oh, mate.
Courtesy of Gareth Southgate. Cheers, Gareth.
So I'm going to read some of these texts I just had off a couple of my English mates. One of the best squads in the tournament, but our absolute worst manager. We are by far, that's the worst performance from any team in the tournament so far, and they'll be lucky if they don't go out. So people are not happy, mate. Like, especially like those, the English fans, obviously for me.
Yeah, listen to this. England, this is too slow. Ball isn't moving quick enough, and Denmark can set and in shape. Walker injury might help England. Only 2 right backs now. Bellingham has no respect for the manager or is not being coached correctly. He should stay in his space and wait beyond the lines. Discipline to do and not to do. Denmark build 3-2-5. England can't press with Kane. Denmark goal where is the pressure on the ball. Foden could be Gascoigne's at Italia 90 if the manager had a clue. Middlesbrough crew think tank won't win a sausage. Won't win us a sausage. Figuratively pissing in the wind.
Mate, it was remarkable to watch. It was mental to watch, mate, right? Because everyone in that England, all the forward players, right, all the attacking-minded players, they all want to drop in the hole and have it to feet. Every single one of them. So it's just congested. And then you've got Denmark, who out of possession, sitting 5-4-1. And they're looking at them going, right, so you want to go where all our players are and try and get it to feet, and we want to press. All right, great. And they look so comfortable.
They've got a real problem. What I watched tonight, they've got a real problem, England, because of the captain. He's probably the best finisher around, maybe in world football, but he's a thorn in that side if he plays, because he drops so deep. He hasn't got the pitch. As soon as the Ollie Watkins come on, they look dangerous, look very dangerous. If you've got no threat in behind, you can squeeze, and that's what they were doing. And it was. I'm astonished that no one said, "Harry, can you please stay up
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't happen, and he kept him dropping deep. Jude Bellingham was anonymous. Phil Foden's not working. You just got to go through it, mate, and think, right, what's worked in this England team? Pickford, he loves Pickford anyway, even not a great fan. And he shouldn't be getting beat from that far away. He's reacted too late. But he plays him. Walker, yes. Stones, yes. Guy, yes. And with what they've got, Trippier, okay, yes. Declan Rice, yes. Bellingham, yes. Trent didn't work the first time, so why the fuck would you do it a second time? I do not know, but there you go.
Problem, isn't it?
And then he lasted 56 minutes and gets dragged off and looks silly again. Brings Gallagher on, look a bit more energy, and they look a better team. So, like they did the first time, but you know, obviously they've not worked on nothing because it didn't get better; it got worse. No, so there's the first change. There's the first change. You go, you change Kane because he's just, or you stay up there, or you come off, or you don't play. Saka has worked. He's probably their best player. He was tonight. He looked a threat, especially in the first half. Second half, a bit more quieter. Phil Foden, it's not worked. It's not working. You bring on Eze and leave Gordon and Cole Palmer on the bench. And bring Bowen on. Bowen's not a goal threat like Cole Palmer is. Bring Cole Palmer on. He's fucking scored 20-odd goals and how many assists? Oh, yeah, it's just... and then Gordon, he's the one who's looked most dangerous before we come here. Or they come here, not we. They come here. So, yeah.
All right, Twitter's up. I just got it working. But mate, the thing is,
don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. It's but it's painful to watch.
So
when you've got all them talented players.
Yeah, well, a couple of things, mate. Right, first and foremost, credit to Denmark. I thought they set up really well. I thought they played really well, and they look like they were one of the teams I mentioned to you last week, which I think could be like a bit of an underdog. They have previous winners of the tournament. I know it was a long time ago, but England have never won it, for example. And the thing is, mate, right, is England got big problems. I can't
disagree you more. So if you get into the knockout stage and you see Denmark, you'll be like, nice one.
Well, yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, in terms of teams who might surprise a few, I think they've got some players who are capable of surprising a few. And they were by far the better team today. They were the better team.
Yeah, it was a very good goal, even though I still think the keeper should be saving that.
They did. They had a couple of opportunities, though, Denmark. Yeah. Well, mate, they had a couple of chances, Denmark, which it was like the final ball or the final decision just wasn't right. Like they could have played someone else in or they chose to shoot. But just back on the England thing and some of the points you made, to play Trent Alexander in midfield again after the first game against a better team who's going to have more energy and more players, what it allowed as well is it allowed Christian Eriksen for the middle, particularly the middle part of the game, to just have free reign to go whatever he wanted and just in the pockets of space, give me the ball, turn and just move it along. And that was caused a lot of it by Trent Alexander's lack of awareness of what's around him, but also because he's not a midfielder. But, he's a great crosser of the ball, good going forward as an attacking fullback, all that, great. Defensively, it's no secret he's a bit of a liability. But if you're going to play him, you don't play him in the central midfield.
This is why football's messed up. You've got a manager who's getting paid £5 to £8 million. He's been there 8 years, by the way. He's not won a tap, even though he should have, because he's got in very good positions with probably the most talented squad in depth, attacking-wise. And he sets up to defend. Play 3-5-2 then and stick someone up next to flipping Kane. He's stupid, literally stupid. And
the thing is, mate,
he's getting paid a lot of money. He's been there 8 years. He's stupid.
He's not
and
new to it.
People saying bring him to United. Middlesbrough failed. True. Come on. It's just laughable. Absolutely laughable. This is the most attacking England side I've seen for a long time.
Well,
and they look a shambles.
The two things which England, after the first game, the two things they were screaming out for after that first game.
It's 3 games now. It's 3 games because they got beat off Iceland as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. But I mean in the tournament, like in that first group game, What they were screaming out for was a midfielder who could receive the ball under pressure, turn, play through the lines, and actually be a midfielder. And they needed someone up front who was going to get in behind. So to me, I'm looking at the squad he's got and I'm thinking, right, well, in midfield, it's got to be Kobe Mainoo or Wharton. It's got to be, because they both press resistant. They'll both take the ball in pockets of space under pressure and keep it. They look after the ball, but they're also capable of progressing it. And you get fucking Anthony Gordon on the left. If that means that Foden or Saka's got to be dropped, then that's what happens. Because England historically, the biggest problem has been trying to fit in players into the 11 instead of, this is our system. These are the best players to play this system. And then if that doesn't work, then we'll bring on X, Y, and Z. But if you don't fit this system, or there's someone in front of you who's better, so Bellingham in front of Foden at the 10, then that's what you've got to do. Now, I agree with you. They could play a 3-5-2. They could play with 2 number 10s. Southgate's too bland and boring to do that. He's not adventurous. He's not going to think outside the box. But if he's going to play this system, he has to put round pegs in round holes. So it's got to be a midfielder next to Rice, whether it's Bellingham, I don't think Bellingham's an 8. I think he's better further forward. I would play probably Mainoo or Gallagher, maybe, or Wharton, mate, any of them, but not Trent. And they've got to have at least one of their wingers has got to be direct and getting in behind, because they all, Foden, Kane, Bellingham, even Saka sometimes, they all want to drop
Saka
into
was doing a lot
they
of
all
runs.
wanted to feet.
Yeah, but Saka was doing a lot of runs going in behind.
Yeah, well, that's why I kind of said sometimes Saka. But the rest of them, they all want to go in the same area. So what's the point in...
That's what I'm saying
There's
about the manager.
there.
Stupid. This is why you have a blend of players. It's your job to get the right personnel in. If you've got players all want to come to the ball, then who's getting in behind? It's astonishing.
But look at who they've picked, mate. Even on the bench, Palmer wants the ball to feet. Like, all right, Eze.
No, but they are direct players. But you've got that's got to be coached and told if you're going to play certain systems. You've got to be running in behind. You've got to be making them runs. That's part of the manager's and the coach's job to do that. And it just like Harry Kane just kept on dropping deep, and every time the ball, there's no out ball. What are you doing? Are you stupid? What?
Do you know what's mental, mate? Is like I think there's a chance they could go out, because what you got to understand is, like, you look at Slovenia today, mate, right? They were all right. They're not great. They're not, they shouldn't beat England. But to them, it's the cup. It's a cup final, mate. If you could beat a team which sends England out, they'll be loving that. So they will set up to defend and hit them on the break and all this or whatever. But like, the pressure's on England now, because that was so bad that he created pressure, whereas he could have just got in today, been positive, won the game, through, sorted, and then you can rest and play a load of, like, give people minutes, give Kane a rest, whoever. He's just unimaginative, mate. And the squad they've got, like I said to you a couple of weeks ago, the squad they've got, I think anything but final really is a failure. But there's no chance they win anything with this manager. He's awful, tactically boring. But fair play, mate. Denmark, I thought, were excellent. On some of the other games, what did you think of Scotland yesterday? I thought they were really good, Scotland. I thought they were actually a bit unlucky.
I enjoyed that. It could have gone either way. Bit of a basketball at the end. But yeah, enjoyed it. Scotland much better. And they know what they've got to do now. They win and they may sneak in. So I don't think any team's not qualified before points. So
no. Yeah, they should go through as third, isn't it?
History's with them, yeah. So
who impressed you in week one? Obviously, Spain won, Italy won, Germany won 2, Holland won, England won, Slovakia, Romania 3-0, France won, Portugal won, Turkey won. Like, who stood out for you?
Germany. Probably Germany.
Very, very good, weren't they? Really good, Germany were.
Germany settled really well, home crowd. So, yeah, I was going to ask in Germany. But I won't be... that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for who's just,
ticking along.
Yeah, because usually it's the ones that reach the pinnacle at the end, not
they build a bit of momentum, don't they?
Because they've gone through that adversity, they've gone through that little struggle where they've had a rough game where you're winning games, you come to a semi-final and it's a bit of a struggle and you get beat. So that I like the look of Portugal. They kept going.
I thought they looked really good.
Last minute game, team in depth, squad in depth. Sorry, Spain have looked comfortable. Use your suspects, mate. Use your suspects. We'll have a look at France tomorrow against Netherlands. That'll be a good game. So, yeah, use your suspects, mate. England been average at best.
A question. Someone just texted me. Right? They said, "Ask Rhodri. Do you think if you just put in another manager instead of Southgate now, like just as a hypothetical, if you put any other manager in, i.e. De Zerbi, Klopp, whoever, just any manager who's available, and just inserted them into Southgate's position, would they do better or worse than Southgate with this squad?"
Oh, they do better. They're on the front foot. These are what these players are used to. Why would you go against that? Why would you? I just don't understand it. You've got players who do it on a weekly basis, like John Stones. How many times do you see John Stones joining in the midfield? Not once.
Not once in 2 games.
Boring, Gareth. Stay there, John. Stay there. We want to stay nice and solid. All right. Yeah. Go in, join him, take some risks. That's what it's all about. Risk and reward, Gareth. No, play safe. No, stay solid.
But I think Stones loses something from his defensive game, like whether it's a confidence or a belief.
It doesn't have to be all the time like he does with City, mate. You can just,
no,
here and there.
But I think by him staying all the time, like he did in the first 2 games, I think he loses a bit of confidence and a bit of swagger, and he looks defensively more rocky than when he's got the freedom to push into midfield. He's confident, and I think he defends better. Like I thought he looked a little bit ropey today.
He defends better, but then you get one. Then you're not taking risk, and you come away with one more.
But that's what I'm saying. He looks better when he
goes
forward
and the league title like he did playing for Man City by taking risks. Just play safe then. Sweet.
Yeah, it's mad, mate. It's I don't understand it. And like, who's Gareth Southgate's coaches? Graham Jones was in it. I don't know if he still is. I think
Steve
he went
Holland.
to Newcastle.
Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank still floating about.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a look now because surely one of those coaches have got to be like telling him,
Steve Holland. That's his number 2.
But then is he bringing in players like? Is he bringing in coaches? Right. So is it Steve Holland, Pat Nevin, Martin Margetson, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who is coaching staff?
Martin Margetson's Welsh. He's a goalkeeping coach.
Pat Nevin, Scottish. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Dutch. Now, I don't know if that's up to date, so I'll just see if I can find out. But look, mate, very poor. And like I said, I got a lot of texts off English fans. Sorry, Paul Nevin, not Pat Nevin. I was incorrect.
Pat Nevin.
No, I read it. It just said P. Nevin, and that was the first name which came to mind. But mate, it'll be what it is. I just think they've got to sort it out or they're going to have real problems because that was absolutely horrific. But I think Denmark deserve a lot of credit. I thought they were real good. And I'll tell you another team which I thought looked pretty good, mate. Not a particularly fancy team, and they did lose to France, was Austria. I thought they looked really tidy. A couple of really good players. Looked nice. And I could see them getting through that group, maybe. Let's have a look. Who else is in that group? France, Austria, Poland. It's a hard group, that is. Poland, Austria, France, and Holland. Romania, mate. Was that a surprise to you? 3-0 against...
There's always a surprise, isn't there? There's always a surprise. It's the World Cup of the Euros. Romania, great start. Even though Ukraine were poor, 3-0, you're off and running. Everyone's buzzing. Confidence is high. Next game comes. You get a decent result. So... yeah, it's.
Do you remember you remember Robert Page's first Euros? So the one where he took over from your brother at the last minute. We played Turkey, didn't we? It was either in the third final group stage, final group game, I think it was, and they were awful. Like Turkey was so bad, and I was watching them against Georgia the other night, and I was thinking it's not that long ago that they were dreadful, and I thought really, really, really good, and that was interesting as well. Two interesting managers, like you had Montella as the manager of Turkey. Willy Sagnol is the manager of Georgia, and some characters there, mate. It's interesting, but we've got to do our predictions for the rest of the group stage. So we'll do a couple of them, and we'll kind of talk about it as we're moving, mate. What's the game tonight? Where are we? What's the day today? Thursday now. So we've got 20th of June.
Spain, Italy, 8 o'clock.
Oh, what a game, mate. That's it. That's why we're doing it at 7, isn't it?
Lovely jubbly, yeah.
Have a bit of that, mate. Have a bit of that. I thought Spain were excellent, mate. Fair play.
We'll be testing tonight, so we'll see what they're all about. So it should be a good game because Italy are
let's have a look at this starting lineup.
Big names, but some very good players. So
fair play, man, to this Spanish coach, mate. He's starting that 16-year-old every game. Like
I said it before. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
100%. You said it last week, didn't you? And he was good as well. Certainly worth it. So you got
history's told us that if you're good enough, you're old enough.
So
the only way you're going to find out, stick them in.
Yeah. So we're starting with you, mate. Spain, Italy tonight. Who have you got? We only need to give a score.
I've got a thing and at work, and I'm sure I put 3-1 Spain, so I'm going to have to stick with that.
Yeah, I think Spain, so we'll do a score. So I'm going to go 2-1 Spain. So, but yeah, this should be a real good game. Two teams which haven't got like a load of necessarily like superstars, but some very, very good technical players.
Yeah, it should be a good game.
Tomorrow's a couple of interesting ones as well, mate. So you got 5 o'clock tomorrow, Austria and Poland. I got Austria there, mate. I think
I have as well. Even though Lewandowski back?
Yeah, I think he is back tomorrow.
But I fancy Austria as well, 2-1.
So you'll go 2-1 Austria. I'll go 1-0 Austria. And then you've got France.
Basically, just copy me, really, aren't
you? Yeah, of course I am.
Right. So.
France versus Holland, mate. What did you make of their first initial games? Holland, both teams won, obviously, but comfortable.
Even though it looked tight at the end with France, they could have won comfortably. Missed a lot of chances. Mbappe one-on-ones, it's a lot of chances. So good chances as well. So yeah, comfortable. They're the ones that you'd say, no, they haven't started great, but they looked, they were purring. And just once they start connecting, even though they were making a lot of chances, once they start hitting the groove, then they're creating more chances. So, and they've got a lot of good players. Kante was unbelievable. So
he's got to be about flipping 38 or something now, hasn't he? Got to be quite
33, 34.
Jesus. So do you think France tonight then, or
tomorrow?
Tomorrow, mate.
Yes. Yeah, Netherlands. Both score, but 2-1 France.
I'm going to go with a 1-1 there. I think that'll be tight.
Size sit on the fence, will it?
Yeah, he's got to get splinters, mate. Slovakia played Ukraine earlier in the day. I think Slovakia win that, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
I mean, saying that, Ukraine cannot be as poor as they were against Romania. Exactly. They were dreadful.
So they'll get some kind of result, and that'll be the point. So 1-1 for me.
I gone Slovakia there. And then we move on to the Saturday games. You've got 2 o'clock, Georgia versus Czech Republic. I'm going to go with Georgia there, mate, because they got a couple of really, really good players. They got that one lad from Napoli who's incredible up front.
Yeah, I'm going to go Czech Republic 2-0.
I got Georgia. And then 5 o'clock, we move on. We got Turkey, Portugal. I'm going Portugal, but I do think Turkey will score.
3-1 Portugal.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 Portugal there. And then in the evening, we got. I think this one will be really interesting because if Belgium lose, they are out. And it's Belgium versus Romania.
Well. They play Romania today. Yeah, I hope Romania turn them over.
Yeah, I think I'm going 2-1 Romania, mate. There, I was really impressed with Romania in the first game. So, as good as they were, Belgium were as poor. So why not? Let's go 2-1 to Romania for me. Who have you got there? Belgium or Romania?
Romania 1-0.
Okay. And then we move on to the Sundays, the big games. Then now the final group games. First and foremost, Group A, you've got Switzerland, Germany. Germany will probably rest a couple, but I still expect them to win.
2-1 Germany.
I'm going to go 2-0 Germany there, and then the Scots play Hungary. If they win,
1-0 Scotland.
I'm going to go 2-1 Scotland because if they correct me if I'm wrong, mate. If they win, they could finish second anyway, couldn't they? If Germany beat Switzerland, and Scotland win, they could finish second anyway. So they might not even be dependent on the three. But like you say, with the teams finishing third going through,
did Switzerland score the first game as well? Did they against Hungary?
I think Switzerland drew and then no, they did. I have to go back and check, mate. Give us a sec. But yeah, who impressed you for Scotland, mate? I thought Robertson had a really good game. I thought McTominay had a pretty good game, mate, as well, to be fair. I know he gets a lot of stick, and I give him some stick mine sometimes.
Switzerland beat Hungary 3-1. So
okay, so they've got 4 already. But if they lose to Germany, that would put them on 4, finishing on 4. And then obviously if Scotland beat Hungary, that will put them on 4. So it'll be on goal difference for the second place. But look, Scotland have got a good chance to go through, as you said.
All you want is a team, right, fellas? This is your last game. If you lose, you're out. If you win, you go to the next round. It's all in your hands. So it's all up to you. And by the last game, the way they were playing, it was a lot more like Scotland performance, or what I've watched anyway. And they could have easily won it. Yes, they could have scored as well. But Scotland with a better team for me and could have easily nicked it. So if they take that performance into Sunday, then I fancy them.
Yeah, and I think the other thing with the Scottish performance there was they created chances, which I think sometimes can be their sort of downfall, is the chances they create. They did create chances, and like you say, on another day they would have gone and got the winner. So as long as they can match that intensity and just be defensively sound, you'd expect them to get a result. I mean, they've beaten some bigger teams in Hungary, mate, to qualify. They beat some big teams to qualify. Scotland did, so they've got it in them. It's just whether they can control the nerves and all the rest of it that comes with it. So that's Group A, and then we got Group B on Monday. Croatia, Italy. I think. I might go 1-1 there.
Croatia, Italy.
Get back on the fence.
Italy 2-0.
1-1. Yeah, I'm going to go on the fence. Albania versus Spain. Expected Spain victory there, I think.
Spain 2-1.
I'm going to go 3-1 Spain. We move to Group C then. England's group. England plays Slovenia. On today's performance, I would go 1-1. But
I think they'll sneak through with a 2-1 win. I think he might change it. I think he will change it up this game, and you'll see it probably 3 or 4 changes.
He has to change something, mate, in the midfield. That just looks broken. Very quickly then, mate, assuming that you'd leave the back 5 as it is, what changes would you make to the midfield and the forward line for that game for England to get them to be more aggressive and play like they should be playing?
Bolden would not be on the left.
Okay.
Foden would not be on the left. So even if he changes it or goes in the middle, but he would not be on the left, I'd play somewhere else there. It's not worked.
No.
But when he comes inside, he looks dangerous. Come inside a couple of times and look dangerous, but out there he gives you nothing.
So what would you do? Would you move Bellingham back to the number 8? Would you, and then have
yes
Foden in the 10? So who would you pick as your winger?
I would have tried it this game and not.
Yeah.
Ideally, not the last game that it's a need win. Well, it's not an absolute need win, but it's.
Well, they can't afford to slip up against Slovenia because, if results go against them, they could be in trouble. But who would be your choice for the left then? You going Eze, you going Gordon, you going Bowen?
I would go Gordon.
Palmer.
Because he's looked more dangerous to run up.
I can't believe after today's performance, mate, I can't believe that Gordon, Mainu and Palmer didn't get on the pitch. Mental. Absolutely bizarre. But there we go. So I think I'd play Gordon on the left. For this game, I'd probably play Bellingham deeper and Foden 10.
Would you play Harry Kane? Bearing in mind your captain. And
do you know what, mate?
Of all time.
I am a big fan at the moment of a kind of false 9 kind of formation. If I was being super adventurous, I'm not Southgate.
He plays that fucking false 9. He played that false 9 today.
Yeah, but I would play.
If you looked at his heat map, most of it'd be in the middle of the park.
I bet it would be, but I would play 2 wide players who were going to go in and get in behind, and I wouldn't play Harry Kane. I'd play Foden and Bellingham, and then I'd put Mainu or Wharton alongside Mount.
It's a bold statement. That's a bold statement.
Look, mate, I thought Harry Kane caused England more problems today than he caused for Denmark.
That's down to coaching. Fellas, we need to push up a bit. Why are we so deep? Harry, if you don't press, if you don't stay high, you're coming off, pal. It's as simple as that. It's like the players are running what they're doing. Even seen a glimpse of that from Bellingham. All right, you play for Real Madrid and you're 20 years of age, but come on. Just
the pressing, mate, was the England's pressing was so disjointed. Like one of them would go, but the other one wouldn't. Bellingham, look, I love Jude Bellingham as a player, mate. I think he's so talented. He's so exciting. He's everything I like about a footballer. He's aggressive, physical as well. But some of the things I seen today was either he's not listening to the coaching, or the coaching is so much worse than what we think it is. We all, we're talking about some of the stuff that Southgate's doing, but a couple of times they pressed and Bellingham didn't go. A couple of times he's waiting for the ball to come to him instead of going to the ball, and Denmark have nipped in. I don't know. I would look. Bellingham is the first name on the team sheet without a doubt. I don't think many players come out with credit today, though, mate. Really, I thought Gahey, who I really rate, I thought he was quite poor in the second half. I thought Stones was quite poor. Walker kept giving the ball away. Trippier looks super uncomfortable on the left. So, do we see Luke Shaw against Slovenia? Who knows, mate? Who knows? I think England will squeak through. I'm going to go with a 1-0 to England for that. And then Denmark play Serbia, mate. On the way Denmark have started the tournament, do you expect them to get 3 points in that final game?
I think there'll be an unexpected Serbia win. It'll be 2-1 Serbia. Because I like that they were, even though they got beat off England, they caused England some problems.
So I thought similar. The only reason
centre forward in a Tadic plays as well. When he gets in them little holes, they could cause problems. So
I think I said last week,
Denmark, they might have the antidote though, because they've got the big, tall centre halves. Denmark, there's 3 of them.
So I think I said last week, I thought Serbia might cause England some issues in the transition. Serbia, they always used to be good defensively, but not that great up top. But now this side, they're really dangerous.
That was because Nemanja Vidic played. He's retired now.
Very, very possible, mate. But for Serbia now, they're very good going forward, but defensively, I think they're a bit ropey. And I think the way Denmark set up with like a 5-4-1, especially out with possession, and then they win the ball with really good press. Their pressing really impressed me today, Denmark. They all went together and they just hunted the ball in packs. And I feel like if they do that against Serbia and they do win the ball around the halfway line, and then they'll just counter-attack in numbers, I could see them causing Serbia problems.
If you think back to Vidic, Matic.
Yeah, it's good defensive players.
Yeah,
but they got some really good attacking players, mate. Like you said, Tadic, I thought he looked excellent the other day when he came on. You know, what's his face from Fulham up front?
What's his face?
I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Mijatovic.
Yes, angry man, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's good though. I couldn't remember his name, mate.
He can cause problems, mate. He can cause problems. He's not rapid, but he's not slow.
Yeah,
he's very, very strong, very good in the air. Hold it up. Yeah,
mixes it up, doesn't he, as well? He unsettles defenders, like just physically, and he's aggressive. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. I think Denmark will win myself, though. So you've gone Serbia, I'll go Denmark. Then we got Holland versus Austria. I'm going to go 2-1 Holland there. Be a good game, that. Really good game.
1-1.
1-1. And then you've got France versus Poland.
3-1. 3-0 Poland. I mean, 3-0 France.
3-0 France. I'll go 3-1 France. And then I think that's all. No, we got Group E and F. So we got Ukraine, Belgium. Belgium going to get their one win for the tournament.
Belgium,
they're all
1-0, yeah.
They could already be out by then if they lose tomorrow. But yeah, Ukraine have been poor, so I'm going to go 1-0 Belgium. And then Slovakia and Romania. Romania are going to get 100% record in the group, mate, because I said they're going to beat Belgium.
No, the draw.
Okay.
1-1.
I'm going to go with a 2-2 there. And then the final set of games in the group stage, you've got Czech Republic versus Turkey. Going 2-1 Turkey, me there. Turkey, I've been very impressed with.
Yeah, 1-0 Turkey.
And then the final game of the group stage is Portugal versus Georgia.
Portugal 2-0. They'll switch it up and they'll bring a lot of fresh players on, and 2-0.
Yeah, and then that takes us nicely. I'll go 3-0 Portugal there. But that takes us nicely, mate, into that sort of will take us up to our show on the Thursday, and then we'll total up the prediction points. I'll do it before the show.
It can be bothered to do it this week. I mean,
yeah, I'm doing it stage by stage, mate. Isn't it?
Right.
Did you see the clip of Gary Lineker making a joke about Frank Lampard's?
I don't see the big
mate.
thing about it.
Did you see his reaction, though, mate?
What, Lampard didn't know where to put his face?
Yeah, he looked angry, mate. Lampard did. He looked proper pissed off.
But you know, it's mate. When you've been in a football dressing room, that's banter.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah, it's but just a little bit of banter. So what? He's bald. He's nearly 50.
Yeah, I know, innit? It comes to us all, mate.
Yeah, well, he's is he the same age as me, or is he a bit older, Frank Lampard?
No, I think he's the same age as you, and he's 54.
No, so yeah, but yeah, it's banter that, you know.
I thought so.
One's grey, one's bald,
Put it this way, mate. If I look as good as Frank Lampard,
social media and people who have not been in a football dressing room,
well, just a sports dressing room, innit? Like a team dressing room, innit? Just
only certain people can go. You get hammered.
Ruthless, mate.
Yeah, you get hammered for anything. Your clothes, your trainers, your haircut, anything. Anyone can rib you for, then you're gonna get it. So,
what's the most ruthless dressing room you've been in for piss taking?
Mine
was cricket. They would fucking endless. Ruthless, mate.
Rugby's probably different, but yeah, football's just constant.
Just relentless, isn't it?
Yeah. Rugby, like rugby, probably someone will shit on your face and they'll find it funny. Well, football, that's the different humour.
Humour,
yeah. But goalkeepers are crazy. I remember going to Germany, and I'm at the urinal. We've had a few drinks. We're at the urinal, and the two keepers have walked in, and they're both having the piss, and they're both like cupping each other's piss and tasting it.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, what so goalkeepers are a rare breed.
Oh, mate, they're fucking lunatics, aren't they? Let's be honest.
They stayed out that night, and everyone else went home. So they had to. We were playing in Germany on a pre-season thing with FC United, and they stayed out and went into Berlin and didn't get home till after the clock. So the manager made them climb every single stairs the next morning in the stadium, and there was a lot.
Oh, mate, like Berlin is a night out as well. Like that must have been painful.
No. They seemed like they had a good night.
Yeah, I bet. Frank Lampard, 45. 45.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he is the same age as me. Yeah. So
if I look as good as he does at 45, I'd be happy. So I don't think he needs to worry about anything.
Thinning, it happens. It happens, but yeah, it's banter. That banter.
Yeah, I
probably didn't know where to put his face. He's thought, "Fuck me, he's got me there."
Yeah,
and he just wants to laugh
him.
or laugh or so he's trying to keep a serious face. He didn't know what to do. That's one of them that I took it, but social media always hammered him. Even made the papers. For fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, here's a quick one then for you, mates. Obviously, we've been watching BBC and ITV. Who for you has been the best pundit, or most like who have you enjoyed listening to? Because we do get a few fresh ones during the tournament.
I like the Brentford manager.
Yeah, he's been very good, Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I like the Brentford manager.
I think Fabregas is pretty good as well. I like Fabregas.
Yeah, Fabregas is good.
He pushed back on the England loving, didn't he, on Foden, and said Foden needs to take responsibility rather than the squad adapting to him. He needs to take responsibility to get on the ball, and I like that. I thought that was good.
Ian Wright, Roy Keane, usually like them too. But yeah, the new ones, Thomas Frankel, and Cesc, not bad, very good.
Have you seen the clip of James McLean talking about Declan Rice?
Yeah,
so
I didn't take much credence into it. It's just a bitter guy.
It's an opinion, though, mate, isn't it? Like I didn't really understand why everyone got so angry about it. Like
it is an opinion, but I feel like it's coming from a bitter place because he's very patriotic.
Yeah,
and Declan Rice has chose England instead of Ireland.
Yeah,
so
I can understand if people think that's the reason. Like I do get it, but like for me. He's there to be a pundit. He's on Irish TV. And also, even if you take all that out of it, like if he doesn't think that Declan Rice is not top tier, then I don't think that's a particularly controversial opinion. I don't think Declan Rice is top tier.
The game is all about opinions.
And he gave good reasons to it as well.
Doesn't mean he's right. Doesn't mean he's wrong. It's an opinion. But the majority would say he was wrong. So...
Paul just said at halftime, two lady commentators talking were saying that England's demise is blamed on the roof being closed. I must have missed that. Surely that's not right. That can't be true, can it? Jesus. There is some bad pundits I don't mind. I much prefer Shearer on co-commentary than I do as a pundit. I think he's better as a co-commentator.
I'd rather him neither.
Yeah, this is. I like Danny Murphy as a co-commentator as well.
Don't mind Danny Murphy. Love Ali McCoist.
Ali McCoist is the best, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, there's some good ones, but yeah, Alan Shearer could do with not hearing him at all, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I find it difficult not to like Roy Keane. Like I like his straight talking and stuff like that.
Same with Gary Neville. I've had too much of you, get me. Have a summer off.
Yeah, the problem is with him and Roy Keane to a lesser extent, Micah Richards, Ian Wright, they are everywhere. And then if you watch their podcast as well, which is a couple of hours a week and blah, 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 like it's a lot, isn't it? Like of the same people saying the same sort of thing. What did you see, just quickly before we wrap up, did you see Ten Hag's interview, which he did on Dutch TV, where he was a pundit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of people, particularly UK media type people, cutting some of those quotes off and trying to frame them a certain way. But actually, if you watch the full thing, which is about 5 or 6 minutes long, I thought he spoke with honesty, integrity. I thought he came across really well. Obviously, speaking in his native language makes it easier as well. But he basically said, like, they should be looking to have the best person in the job. So they should be speaking to other managers and other people to assess whether I'm the right person for the job. They decided I'm the right person for the job. I don't see the problem with anything which he said. He did have a little sort of half dig at Southgate, but I mean, come on. Who isn't talking about Southgate over the last week or so? Like, everyone's kind of pointing out his flaws.
I've done my homework on him before he come. You know, when he started and to when he come to Ajax. You know, sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it happens straight away at Ajax. But he is a coach that wins things. So yeah, I'm glad we stuck with him.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. And people forget as well, mate. Right? You know, he's doing all these press conferences every single week, but he's doing them in his second language. So of course, sometimes he might come across like
you doing it in your second language, Welsh. You'd struggle, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Yeah, I would struggle, mate, big time. I could get out a little bit. I could understand more than I could speak, but I could do a little bit, but like I would struggle. But it's the same though, isn't it? Like if I was a bit, if I spoke Welsh a bit more fluently than what I do, and then I tried to do a podcast in Welsh, I would definitely come across different to when I speak in English. Definitely. Because you've got to think more about what you're saying and how you're saying it and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think he's good. Let's get ready to watch this game, mate.
Is it no start time? Or what? Come on.
It is. Come on. Right. As always, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let's go watch Holland versus Italy. And we'll be back next Thursday on Ace Podcast Nation for another episode of Rhodri Giggs on football, where the group stages will be over. So we'll be getting stuck into the big stuff. If you haven't got your tickets for the Joe Ledley event in Cardiff on the 6th of July, which is a week Saturday, then I would act very fast because there's literally 1 or 2 left. Spoke to him this morning. Very excited and looking forward to that. And we'll be back next Thursday.
Still 50-50. If I get my car back, then I may need a good run out. So I'm 50-50 still, but I'll let you know at the end of the week.
That's the man. Been a pleasure, mate. We'll be back. Cardiff City World 7 days a week. If you're like a Cardiff fan or a Championship fan, make sure you check it out. In a bit.
Hey.